Well. Here we are. The end of the NFL season has arrived. Super Bowl came and went, and what a Super Bowl it was. We're going to discuss that today with much more news. I'm being joined with the team, and we have a special guest, Ben, on here with us. We got Blanco coming on later on to talk about his team, and here we go. So, Nikki, how you doing today?
Listen, I'm doing better today than I was doing on Sunday. So we blessed the highly favored over here.
Yeah. Okay? June, what's going on?
Yo, what's good? What's good? Here on my way to the casa.
That's what's up. Be safe, Bree.
Hi. And Bree, I'm doing good.
Bree,
I should be at the parade. I got invited to the parade, but I'm back in Florida.
I'm back in Florida. And Ben, how you doing, man? You gotta, say how you feeling today, man. What's going on?
I'm doing good. Football is over. That's the GOAT sport. So we got to wait a couple more months for it to start it back over again. But the traffic's coming up soon. But I'm doing good. So happy to be here.
Yeah, a couple of 200 some more days to go before we back on here talking about games. But it's all good. We got some stuff to cover. A lot of off-season stuff going to happen this off-season. Some quarterbacks looking for a new home and stuff. So we'll have things to talk about this time in the offseason. Not like a deadbeat, not like last time where we was trying to find things. Any little thing on Twitter, we was talking about it. Well, Bree, go ahead.
First, shout out to Frank. I'm representing Frank today with my Gerard Mayo jersey. Yes, I got from Thurston. So
that's a good steal too, by the way.
Girl, we can't even see it.
It's so big, I know. It's
there you go.
You can sleep in it.
It's so big.
It's like a blanket.
Yeah. So next week, Frank, you gotta wear Pittsburgh.
I gotta buy a Pittsburgh one.
Well, I'm representing my team with the Telvin Smith because Telvin he coming back. We're gonna speak it into existence.
Okay. Here we go. Well, Bree, go ahead and kick it off. Let's do what we gotta do.
So first, we're gonna talk about Sunday.
No.
We are.
Of course.
No Blanco. Hold on.
The Super Bowl. Perfect
timing.
Blanco,
perfect time. Look at my baby.
Look
at my baby.
Hey, you look like the boy doing the interviews after the game, bro. I like it. Right on time, brother. We about to start talking about Sunday. Bree, go ahead and kick it off.
So the Rams defeated the Bengals 23-20 in the Super Bowl. Holy crap.
So I think for this, we're gonna start off. I'm gonna let Blanco go last because
team. Bree messed it up. She needed to say the refs defeated the Bengals 23-20. Okay.
I tell you what, let's go around the room and let's talk about what was our biggest disappointing takeaway from it, and what was our best takeaway from it. I mean, it was a great Super Bowl overall. It was very defensive, which was good for both sides. So I'll start with Nikki. Nikki, what's your take? What's your takeaway from the game?
So when you say it was very defensive, I think the Bengals held on in the beginning on the defense was all right on the offensive side. They held on. And then after a while, they Joe, throw the ball, oh shit, they got Joe again. Joe, please hurry up, throw the ball. And they got him again. The most disappointing thing is these refs. Come on. I think that they need to find a way to start finding these damn refs. I don't give a damn, okay? Because your only job, and y'all can't do it well. You get what I'm saying? That's very frustrating. I think another thing now that is killing me is when I sit at work. Yes, I physically go into the office and I scroll, when I take my little breaks, and then they talk about the Rams this and the Rams that, and I'm like, bro, the Rams did not win that game. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't ask them, Sean McVay, are they running it back? You're not, okay? You're not running it back, okay? I'm sorry. They gave it to you the first time. I don't know. It's just so frustrating because the Bengals won that game. They legit won that game. And it just sucks. But the promising thing is this. Y'all gonna be all right. The Rams ain't running shit back. Let's just call it what it is. The Bengals can. They can. They can. That's how I feel, baby.
Leave her
That's how
alone.
I feel.
Blanco, leave her alone.
That is how I feel, honey. I was big mad on Sunday. Okay, I'm still mad now. Now that I think about it, but yeah, that's all I really have. It was just so frustrating. These foolish calls, and I'm tired of people saying that it was payback or for missed calls on the Bengals for the Rams side. Somebody said something that was so enlightened, like, okay, if you want to say that face mask with Jalen fell, he ate so much turf. I ain't never seen him fall that much in my life. Okay. But that was first down. So you could have given them 15 yards and they could have recovered, but not third and goal. Come on now. When it's 3 minutes, 3 seconds left on the clock. So I don't know. We need some new refs. Call me. Let me officiate a game. I got you. Okay.
All right, June, what's your takeaway, June?
Man, I don't know. I'm gonna kind of go the opposite side. I wouldn't say it was a defensive game. I think it was more of a lack of strategy based on a sole person and a sole line. And just to touch base on both of those things, when I say the strategy was based around Odell Beckham, I strictly believe that because once he was out of the game, you could clearly see nothing was clicking. So the defensive, the D line for the Bengals, they did their thing. Don't get me wrong, but I think everything just crumbled as soon as Odell went down, and nothing was clicking. Nothing was clicking. And then the reason I still wouldn't go a defensive game, I'm gonna blame it the other half on the O-line of the Bengals. They would have put more points up on the board if Burrow would have had more time. If you would have had a decent O-line on there, the scores would have been a lot higher on the Cincinnati aspect of things. And then you could have said, hey, yeah, it might have been a defensive game.
I'll be back.
I don't know. It was still a good game. It was still dope for the Bengals. Shout out to them. I think they got a lot of promising, but they said it best. If they come back with those corners and the same O line, it's going to be lights out because that's pretty much the weaknesses. I don't know. Other than that, Cooper Kupp did his thing, and I know we talked a little bit beforehand. But I think he had to step up. He was the Triple Crown winner. The spotlight was on him. If they would have lost, they would have kind of, in my opinion, put it on him because Triple Crown winner couldn't get enough separation or whatever the case is to make these plays. And he came through when he needed to come through. The refs, they we know how we feel about the refs. It's just my take. When you put more points on the board, you take it away from the refs' hands. But that's just the way I feel about things like that. But that's it. Hey, shout out to the Rams. They won't make it again.
Hey, Bree, what's yours?
It was very strange. First of all, the atmosphere, just being in the vicinity of the Super Bowl in Los Angeles was very fun, very dope. The most disappointing part about it was they wanted $300 for parking for free tailgating. Didn't kiss my ass with that bullshit. But the atmosphere was fun, inside the bar, you can't hear outside, but as soon as you step outside, you can hear everything going on. It was really dope, very fun. And it was just so weird. Like my mom said it best. My mom said the reason why they didn't throw any flags until the last minute of the game is because they ran out of flags calling stupid ass plays during the postseason that they had to go buy some more. But it was just so weird that they missed a lot of the Aaron Donald offsides. That was a big one that they missed. The Jalen Ramsey pass interference, that was a big one. There was a lot of holdings that were missed. Like just play fair for both teams. Don't call something on one person, but not on the other person. the holding that they call, or the pass interference that they called on the Bengals. I forgot the linebacker. Who's that linebacker's name that was covering Cup?
Kobe Wilson.
Yeah, like that. If they called that but didn't call Ramsey, that's just not fair at all. But the game was very dope. Shout out to the halftime. No one's brought up the halftime yet. That halftime performance was really, really cool. Very, very dope. Blanco, I wish you would have came out there. It was very, very fun. So many hoo-day.
Bad.
It was more Bengals fans at the tailgate than there was Rams fans and stuff. So
yeah, I wanted to come. Wifey couldn't get the time off work. She wanted to let me come to LA by myself.
Oh yeah, no. We was with the some BBLs out there. He would have got in trouble.
Yeah, I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah.
Happy life, brother.
But no, the game overall, like, congrats to the Rams. Congrats to Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald. They deserve the rings.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp.
Hey,
So
Ben, what about you, Ben? Before I go in, I let Blanco. I know Blanco ain't got much time, and I want to give him his time to get his voice, his frustration with the world. You know what I'm saying? With America.
Ben, real fast, Ben
With
is
America.
the opposite of what we said because OBJ got a ring.
No, okay, no. So the best part of the game was watching Eli Apple get cooked because that guy was talking the most stuff on Twitter. He's like, oh, I'm gonna cook on Cooper Kupp. No, man, you got burnt the entire game. And then everybody was on Twitter was like roasting him, like you got safe players. The entire NFL was just roasting him. So to me, that was the favorite part of the game, watching him get cooked. So, and then the most disappointing part was the refs throwing the flags like the last minute of the game. Like, y'all not gonna throw no flags and like the entire game, but the last minute of the game, you gonna throw all these flags. But I was like, all right, it's all good though. But overall, it was a good game. I mean, can't complain. Glad it was at the blowout. So that's for sure. So that's my thoughts.
For me, and Blanco, they can tell you I was pissed. I said, I ain't going to say nothing on Wednesday. I'm just going to be like, oh, that's it. I don't have much to say. I don't have a dog in the fight. I picked the Bengals. I thought in the close game, the Bengals can come out because of Joe Shiesty. And I was very impressed with your middle of the pack defense in the regular season. They showed up big time in the postseason. But unfortunately, you can only mask weaknesses for so long before they show up. And we already talked enough about the refs, so I'm not going to touch that. But I will say this: your offensive line, I feel, crumbled when it needed to stand up. I give credit to Aaron Donald. Even though he didn't get as many sacks, there was a lot of stuff he did to cause Burrows to move out the pocket and allow him to run into like a Von Miller or Floyd or anybody else as a distractor. But when the game came down to it, you saw who wanted it, and he wanted it. If you look at the NFC Championship, he kept pointing at his ring finger like, I want that ring. And it's like he forms into this other player and takes over the game. I wish, man, that the coaching would have been better in that last drive because everybody knows they're going to bring pressure. You either go with quick passes or you create you bring more tight ends in, extra offensive linemen to help block. But at the end of the day, a team won. I'm not saying that it was the best win. And again, we said enough. The referees threw these flags that weren't, like I said that night, you take away the game from these players that are not guaranteed to show up to this game again. If you didn't throw a flag, you threw 2 flags the whole game. And then we get to the last quarter, the last 2 drives, and you want to start throwing flags. And 55 defended Kupp perfectly. He never wrapped his arm around him. He had his arm on the side. He never turned them. He played the ball the whole time, was looking. He dove and he blocked it. That was a well-defended pass that you cannot defend that any better. He tried to throw it on the outside. It was blocked. When Eli Apple got burnt on that touchdown, they should have provided more protection. They should have gave him help, and they didn't. They didn't. So that's a coaching thing. You should have provided him a safety over top. You should have doubled him. You already knew that the other players, Jefferson wasn't catching balls. They were down. They couldn't run the ball, so they had to go to Kupp. You noticed already with OBJ gone, but you didn't do anything to protect your team. So again, the weaknesses end up showing up when it mattered most. we all said if Burrow had time to stay in the pocket, Jamar Chase was open because, again, Jalen, who's not the best corner in the league, and after his performance on Sunday, not even top 5, you might want to sit down somewhere. It fell on the ground again. He tripped. He remind me in the scary movies when you're running from Jason or Michael Myers, somebody, and it's open field, and all of a sudden they trip on a twig or something. And they're like,
yes,
that's how he was the whole game, you know. So now, you know, I felt bad for the Bengals, but I believe if your organization does right, because y'all have cap space and constrict, y'all don't need offensive weapons. Y'all got enough. Yeah. If they can strengthen up that O-line and get it, go get JC Jackson from the Patriots. Go get people, corners that can defend and get rid of Eli Apple, and y'all be good, man. But, you know, unfortunately, I hope Burrows, I hope y'all make another run. And I'm getting very frustrated with the disrespect from people like Nick Wright's big nose trying to play Burrows and the Bengals because, you know, whatever. But all right, Blanco. What's up, Bree? You want to say something before Blanco goes?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, but you know, Nick Wright, his ass was like, oh, but if that was the Chiefs, it would have been a different game.
Y'all taught me to hate Nick Wright.
That's great.
I got a whole instruction on it.
Let me say, hold on, what's my man's name? Ben off the hook. You off the hook, Ben.
Wait, hold on, Blanco. Don't do it. I might have to jump in. That's my co-host. I might have to tag me in, babe.
Blanco, we got your back. Who got my back? We got your back.
Yeah. Hey, look, hey, Bree, if you know one thing about me, I don't care how many people I got to go against. I don't give a damn. Anyway. Anyway, I want to say this in a respectful but disrespectful way. I wanted you to get some of that, both of them. But you got to actually watch football. And if you actually watch football and not Twitter, Eli Apple didn't get toasted. He did not. Eli Apple, as a DB, you are taught. You want to do 3 things as a DB. It's a priority list. Number 1, if you can intercept the ball, you intercept the ball. Number 2, if you can't get 2 hands on the ball, you want to swat it down. Number 3, which these are all good options. If you can't get a guaranteed swat, you reach up between the receiver's hands and split his hands and pull down. Eli Apple did number 3. The best corner in the league wasn't able to do any of the 3 because he actually got toasted.
Wait. So that's the best corner wasn't playing, bro. JC Jackson was at home.
No, shut up.
You feel what
I thought he was gonna say? I thought he was gonna say.
So I agree with you because this is what I said when we talked. I said Apple ain't the best. Why would you put Apple against?
And I agree.
It wasn't a good matchup.
I agree with that.
It wasn't a good matchup, but I think the reason why they put Apple against Cooper is because of how many yards that Apple didn't allow Tyreek to get the
so then you double it. Tyreek and Cooper are 2 different people.
Yeah.
But Tyreek is fast.
So now I think what we should have did was put our most physical corner against him, which is Awuzie. And so I agree with you, Frank, when we start talking about the coaching and whatnot, because did Eli Apple have a play on the ball? Yes. Cooper Kupp is just a great player, and the better player sometimes makes the better play. So could we put a little bit better a corner on him? Yeah. Or doubled him? Yeah. There's a few things we could have did, but the Eli Apple slander is literally only because he talks shit on Twitter. Played.
That's it. That's why.
That's it. And Frank, we talked about this.
If he wasn't humble,
he was played better than Jalen Ramsey on Sunday for sure.
Most definitely.
And then I definitely. So I mean, if we talk about the refs things, all that's gonna do is piss me off. Because we all saw the calls, we saw the shit. It is what it is. I'm gonna talk about the things that we can control in Cincinnati. And once again, that goes back to some of that coaching. I feel like if I'm Joe Mixon, I am pissed because I'm a top 10, borderline top 5 running back in the league, and I'm not on the field for 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. That's sick. That's sick because the third down play was a run play, went to Samaje Perine. That should have been Joe Mixon. And how many times have we seen Joe Mixon get stuffed at the line because our line sucks and then he breaks a tackle and gets yards? That's what we needed there. Fourth down comes around, and, we got the whiff on the O-line, whatever. We all knew that was going to happen at some point in the game. We was going to whiff a couple times. It's whatever. It's Aaron Donald versus Bengals O-line. But Joe Burrow miraculously somehow got out just enough to throw a ball out there, and Samaje Perine watched the ball fall at his feet.
I said he should have dove like you in a Super Bowl, baby.
Like that.
I don't care. You could have concussion, but guess what?
That was about as bad as when the Panthers and the Broncos played years ago, and they and Cam fumbled or something, and the ball was there, and he seen all them linemen running for the ball. He backed up like,
he's like, not me.
Yeah, he said, "No, I'm good."
And that bitch got corona. I ain't touching it.
Man, that's how he looked at it. Perine did not even die for the. It's like, bruh, I'm kicking his ass in the locker room. Wait,
so Blanco,
what up?
Blanco, just real quick, do you think that the early calls of those fourth down plays should have been handled a little bit different?
Yeah, that was a good question.
Me personally,
in the first quarter, yeah.
I don't, because that's how we've been winning lately.
No, I think it was too early.
You said what?
But that caused them their first touchdown. That's when OBJ got it. It was too early.
But you gotta understand though, if that's how you've been playing ball, you don't switch up just because it's a Super Bowl. Because if you ask these guys and the coaches and the players how they feel about the Super Bowl leading up to it, what do they say? It's great to have this opportunity. Of course, we want to win the Super Bowl, but we got to treat it like another game.
Right.
And so, like y'all said, we've been riding our defense during this run. They've been playing great. So if you got a yard to go and your offense is what you think it is, and you at midfield, hey, shit, we're going to put it in our defense hands for a minute and see what happens. Unfortunately, they scored, but once again, that they didn't hurt us too bad because we still ended up with a lead in the fourth quarter.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
The thing was this. I understand putting it on the defense hands because the defense did well. But the thing was, y'all went for it on 4th and 1, right? Oh, Blanco gone.
No, Blanco here.
No, Blanco still jumped left.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, because you was on my other screen. Y'all went for it 4th and 1, but y'all offensive line is the issue. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why I just didn't punt and still put it in the defense hand and made them run down the field to get something.
Because we knew we needed points whenever and however we could get them. So,
can I give you another perspective? All right.
Yeah.
Because I watch football. Right. You're over the 50-yard line. You go for it on 4th.
Burley.
But you're there. Why did you go on a draw play up the middle? I would have never went that. See, the Rams did something smart on a 4th and 1. They put Kupp to go on the outside and take it around the corner because they knew that your defense was playing run up the middle. They went on the outside, leaving up to the corners to have to stop him. And all he got to do is get a couple of yards. He's not trying to hit the home run. I felt at that point, go for it on 4th and 1. If that's how you want to live and die by the sword, that's fine. But pick a play that's going to be beneficial to you. And
the reason I think they went there with that play is because the last few, because it's all about tendencies, right? The last few times we have 4th and short in these games, we've been play actioning or we have spread it out 5 wide. But usually we would play action out of that look and get a deep look. So I think they probably was trying to get a tendency breaker there. You know what I'm saying? Which, like I said, I'm not going to fault them too much on that because we know what we got in the team and we know that we can overcome not getting it on 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? In the first quarter. Fourth quarter, different story. I'm going to talk a lot different about them play calls in the fourth quarter. First quarter, you still trying to establish a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you feel each other. It's like a fight. Some fight, some matches, you take the first couple of rounds to figure out each other's moves, what you're gonna do, and then you start planning an attack. I look up until the fourth quarter. I felt the play calling was pretty decent.
It was okay.
I will say this about the Bengals running the postseason this season to get to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna transition Bree a little bit into the Josh Allen Twitter thing. They didn't beat the Bills. The Bills lost to the Chiefs, right? If I'm correct, because the Bills beat the Patriots. They lost to the Chiefs, right? So
Right.
I'm not gonna for people to bring Josh Allen's name in this. I don't think it's fair because it's not like Burrow faced off with him. He faced off with Tannehill and Henry. He faced off with before that, who he beat? Who y'all played in the wild card?
Raiders.
The Raiders. So that was Derek Carr in that team. Then you went into Arrowhead on the number 2 seed and beat them, and you also beat the number 1 seed in their house. I will say this, man, your team showed up in the postseason. It was one of those things that people had y'all counted out, and your team went out there and played like, guess what? Y'all disrespecting us. We NFL players too. We pro athletes too. Whether we're the bottom rank or whatever, we still made it here. And to get to where y'all got to, I think that in the fourth quarter, that experience came up on the coaching side of the house more than anything. And me personally, knowing that your offensive line is suspect, I would have provided more. I probably would have went 2 tight ends if you could have, just to protect Burrows more, to give him time. Because me personally, I don't think them DBs on the Ram side could keep up with your receivers.
It was proven that they could.
Yeah, it was evident.
It was
the Rams DBs weren't able to make. I don't think they made like really any plays on passing plays. It was either we was completing it or we was getting sacked.
Yeah.
Right.
Pass, you know what I'm saying? Because Boyd dropped that one pass because
oh my God, do you know how much that hurt my heart when he dropped that?
So I will say,
because Boyd doesn't drop passes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a Super Bowl, and to go back to what you said about the regular game, I think that what coaches mean by that is this: you can't go in there thinking it's this big game when it's just another football game on a bigger platform.
Yeah,
the focus has to be, we're just gonna play another game on Sunday. If we win, we're champs. If not, it is what it is. I just, again, my frustration for me watching it as a football fan, and I said it, was I felt the refs took away something from you guys on bad calls. If it was a hold, I get it. If it was a pass interference, I get it. But all season, we watched a lot of games together. Me, Bree, June, Nick, we get on here and we'll say, that's not a pass interference. And the first thing I'll say, or Bree will say, or somebody say, well, Frank, he was playing the ball. He looked back. And you hear the commentator say, well, if he would have looked back at the ball, it's not a pass interference.
Man, hey, and it's crazy because not only was that not a hold by Logan Wilson, but as a linebacker fucking running across the field with Cooper Kupp, that's
you don't see that, but that's why
that's an amazing play that dude just made, and they fucking took it away. He made literally damn near, other than that catch Jamar Chase had, that might have been the play of the game, to be honest.
No, honestly, I feel like that's why they threw that flag, because you don't see the linebacker matching up with the wide receiver, especially one like Cooper Kupp. So I feel like that, and that's why I was like, something ain't right here.
And shout out to Cooper Kupp. Now, listen, like you said, sometimes great players make the better play. When Odell went out, he had to step up. And
he didn't step up to the fourth quarter, though. Yes, he had to.
He stepped up, and that's what champs are made of. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and I think I got the MVP.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if we was gonna stop fucking Odell. That dude was killing in there.
He was having a game. Okay?
Oh my God.
Was it?
And look, and it's crazy because when you start, like I mentioned earlier with the Cooper Kupp catch over Eli, when Odell caught his touchdown against Mike Hilton, that was also another play where the DB had pretty damn good position, but you talking about Odell, he probably got some of the best hands we've ever seen.
Yeah.
So sometimes you could be a DB in good position, but the better player with those strong hands is gonna come down with that catch. That's a fucking great catch Odell made. That was not routine at all.
Listen, if Odell stayed the whole game, it was gonna be a blowout. Because before he left, bro, it was like 18 million to 3.
That dude, Odell showed up that game. He did. And
I actually was hurt when Odell went out. And it was fucked up because I knew we couldn't stop him. but I fuck with Odell and his
Blanca was probably like, oh no.
Yeah, it's one of those things though, because I'm real big into our culture, our empowerment, and all of those kind of things. That to see what Odell had to go through, see how he was done by the media when he was in Cleveland and all that, even in New York for real, because he wasn't as bad as they made him out to be. It was kind of like that T.O. thing where everybody said T.O. had off the field issues, but did he? What did he really do? You know what I mean?
All Odell did was go on a boat. That's it.
Man, and throw temper tantrums. But shit, Tom Brady throws temper tantrums.
And that's, you know, the thing about it is, and going to Odell, the Rams, the Bengals lost and the Rams won, and I was happy to see certain people get their rings, right? Like Odell, Matt Stafford, who's under scrutiny so much.
Von Miller.
Hey, Matt Stafford, other than that Hail Mary he threw up there, which was stupid, to Jesse Bates, man, that dude played a good game.
Yeah, what's crazy is though, somebody said I watch a lot of stuff when I'm getting dressed in the morning and shaving, and Acho and Wiley was talking about that McVay took the game out of his hand because he knew he probably throw picks if he kept throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? So he kept. He threw. He had 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. So
one of it wasn't his fault, but he legit threw one.
Yeah. So my thing is, again, they got the ball.
It was 2 interceptions. What was the other one?
It was a tip.
Right, I killed the whole bottle of liquor that night. If I tell you,
remember O'Du tried to smack and then it ran right into O'Du.
That's right. Yeah. But I mean, look, so we gonna transition now, right, Bree?
Hold on, one more thing.
What's up?
What was I gonna say? About them taking the ball. It's crazy. Our defensive coordinator, man, he deserves a lot of love for what he did to shut down Mahomes in the second half in the AFC Championship game. We came back in both the other games before that too, and week 17 against the Chiefs, and then to come back in the Super Bowl as well with a defense the undermanned defense when everybody's talking about the Rams D-line and all that. And their game plan, the Rams, was to establish that run, that zone read play, and establish Odell versus whoever they put one-on-one against him. And one of those was going to work. Odell against whoever he was playing one-on-one, he was winning, and he was probably going to keep winning. And but the second part of that, man, we fucking killed their run game.
Yeah.
It was Nam. They ain't had Nam.
Oh my. Hey, between our 2 linebackers, 57 and 55, they were shooting those gaps so crazy. They were shooting the gaps so hard that I was scared, like, hey, slow down. They gonna hit us with
Right. Don't hurt my baby Cam. Don't do it.
Oh no. Listen,
I was afraid for Cam.
Akers didn't get nothing.
Odell got hurt. Let me tell you something. I was clapping.
Yeah.
And I like
I was like, when it was,
I was like, hell yeah, this is what they need.
I was like, okay, you hit Cam a little too hard. Don't do Cam Akers like that.
Cam Akers they was destroying that boy.
Listen, he was mad.
That's a little too hard.
Marco, let me if Coach Frank was out there, Matthew Stafford would have been out with a concussion at the beginning of the game. My motto is this. I'm gonna tell you something. And people say I'm dirty. I can say what you want, but if I know I got to take one person out, I'm putting that third string in that's giving water to everybody. Hey man, you got one job and one job only. What's that? Helmet to helmet, late call. I'll take the 15-yard penalty. You going to the game?
Aaron Donald tried to take Joe Burrow out. He pushed the fuck out of him.
Oh yeah, he did. But you see, look, man. We could talk about this shit for the rest of the night, but we're gonna go on to.
Now, we're talking about the Super Bowl really fast. I have to talk about what happened on Twitter the morning of the Super Bowl. It was so funny. So the Seattle Seahawks official Twitter page had tweeted, "Good morning to all, especially the Cincinnati Bengals." So the Rams Twitter page replied and said, "At least you had a comfy seat to watch." and the Seahawks replied by saying at Twitter, asking once again for an edit button, please, because you didn't get edit tweet. When pages interact like that, it's the greatest thing. So next, you want to hop onto the QB postseason stats? Do you want to do that one next or draft?
We can do the postseason stats.
Okay, so this morning on Good Morning Football, they were talking about that Joe Burrow is the top AFC quarterback, the top quarterback in the AFC. It burst into a big Twitter war against Kay Adams. And I see exactly where she's coming from. You know, he's had success in only 2 years of playing. Really, like, this is his first full season playing because he was mashed potatoes last season. But no respect was put on Josh Allen and the type of quarterback that Josh Allen is, especially with his numbers. So, but there's no discrediting to Joe Burrow. Nobody was discrediting Joe Burrow. Everyone was discrediting.
Let me go first so I can get out of here.
Okay, go ahead.
So I am with the whole, all right, he has to do it a little longer for us to consider him the top guy. But I feel like it's even more disrespectful that the name they don't bring up is the former MVP, the former Super Bowl champ, the former 4 AFC championships in a row. We need to be talking about Patrick Mahomes.
So,
not
yeah, Patrick
brought up.
No, he was brought up. I wasn't done, Blanca.
Mhm.
Oh, shit, my bad.
So basically what they were talking about is that, you know, to Kay Adams, Joe Burrow is the top QB in the AFC. And that Patrick is elite and he has made it to 2 Super Bowls, 4 AFC championships. And her words were, Josh Allen, I need this. Josh Allen has to get there to be a top QB, is what she was saying. And people started bringing up stats. And when I say they was eating her, and you know, I love, you know, Kay Adams is my inspiration. That's my idol. That's who I want to work with in the future one day. I see where she's coming from, where when it comes to the success that Joe Burrow has had, I also see where other people are coming from when it comes to what do you mean Josh Allen has to get there to be considered a top QB in the AFC. But yeah, it was wild. So I have the stats, the stats, postseason stats of all QBs, NFC and AFC. And I just really want to focus on the QBR.
Okay.
For each quarterback. And then you can go Blanco. So at number 10 was Dak Prescott with a QBR of 27.3, playing 1 game. At number 9 was Jimmy G, playing 3 games with a QBR totaling 51.8. Mac Jones at number 8, playing 1 game in the postseason with 54. At number 7, Tom Brady playing 2 games with a 25.6. Or it's not in order, but that I'm just going off of. Aaron Rodgers playing 1 game with an 18.7 QBR. Ben Roethlisberger playing 1 game with a 12.8 QBR. Joe Burrow playing 4 games with a 45.0 QBR. Matthew Stafford, 4 games, 66.2. Patrick Mahomes, 3 games with 78.8 QBR. And Josh Allen playing 2 games with a QBR 94.3.
Yeah. Josh Allen's right where he's supposed to be. Number 1. Right where he's supposed to be. If you ask me, it should be Josh, Joe, and effing Pat. In that order.
I will say this, bro, before you go, and this is this when I read it and I said we could discuss it today. You can talk QBR. I'll go with that stat. That stat's gonna paint a picture. You can throw another stat that's gonna paint a picture, right? But I'm looking at what the player had to do to get there.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills went out and got Emmanuel Sanders. They got a better defense than the Bengals do. They got a better O-line than the Bengals do. They should have went, in my opinion, further than the Bengals should have went. I picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl. So in my mind, I thought you beat Mahomes right in the regular season. There ain't no reason why you're gonna lose to this mug again in the postseason. So I feel it's disrespectful to not give the man credit for what he did.
They didn't give him no credit, and that's what people were worried about. Why are you not giving this man the credit that he deserves? I'm
gonna give Allen his credit, but at the same time, we're talking postseason here. There's only 2 teams and 2 quarterbacks that was in the show at the end of the game. That was Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow. Now, the reason I might swing a vote to Joe's side of the house is because you talking about a team that wasn't expected to be where they were at, that haven't had the success that they had this season in over 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And Chris Collinsworth was playing when they was in the Super Bowl last time as a wide receiver. And he did it in his second year playing his first full season.
Yep.
You got to give credit, because when you look, if you compare the first 2 seasons of Allen, he made it to the playoffs, lost in the first round or the wild card. Then the second one went to the AFC and got bumped off by Mahomes because they shut down Diggs and he didn't have nothing else to go to. So the team went out and gave him what he wanted. And he still got bumped off in the division rounds. So when you sit there and compare, I could see why the argument is being made. Now, Blanco, you said they're not talking about Patrick Mahomes. Are you saying they're not talking about Patrick Mahomes in a good sense, or are you saying it as, why are we talking about Allen when Mahomes was a bigger name that lost and didn't make it?
I'm saying, why are we talking about Allen? Not just because of a bigger name, because he deserves to be a bigger name. You know what I mean? Mahomes has done more in this league than Burrow and Allen and Herbert and Lamar Jackson put together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, shit, I'm not convinced that I want Allen over Herbert and Jackson, to be honest with you.
Oh, you a lie. You a lie.
How you gonna tell me what I'm lying about, in my opinion?
You got a fever.
Hold on, are we witnessing Nikki going against Lamar?
I love Lamar. First of all, I love FM Lamar. I love FM. I love Lamar, but I'm looking at, if you put, who's Herbert?
Justin Herbert.
Non-factor.
Did you not see what Justin Herbert did to the Bengals?
Non-factor.
And set the touchdown record. Home set.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm sitting here quiet. I knew y'all was gonna do it for me.
Nikki, wait, hold on. Did you say Herbert was a non-factor?
Non-factor.
I'm gonna take a head call right now. I'll be right back. Y'all can talk. I can't. Y'all can't.
No. Stay. You gotta stay.
Listen. Nikki, I'm gonna pray for you. Nikki, I'm gonna pray for you.
Get that.
No, don't. Yes.
Listen, no.
Non-factor.
Lamar Jackson has accomplished more in this league than Josh Allen has. Point blank, period.
So this is what I'm saying, right? I'm talking about growth throughout the season, right? That if y'all let me, but poof in the air if I can land, right? I'm talking about growth. If I have to take Lamar's growth, with Lamar hasn't had growth. That's it. I love Lamar. Listen, they know it don't matter who you put against Lamar. I'm going for Lamar, even though I know Lamar might disappoint. But I have seen Josh Allen grow. Lamar ain't there yet. I'm sorry.
Right,
Lamar is an explosive quarterback that I love. But Lamar has to grow on one aspect in his game. And once he get there in that aspect, Lamar will be my guy. But I've seen the progression in Josh Allen. I'm sorry.
Hey, Frank, do you recall where the Ravens were in the AFC before Lamar got hurt?
Listen, boo.
I said Frank.
Oh. They were there. They were doing good.
They was number one.
Yeah.
And do y'all know what team had the most players on IR in the whole league?
The Ravens.
And when did they lose those players?
Training camp.
So they lost him so he was playing, he carried the team.
I agree. No, listen, let me
and he won MVP too.
Listen. He carried the team. That's growth. What do you mean?
Listen. I'm not talking about team effort. I'm talking about one player.
Yes, I'm talking the team. And
let me swipe my thingy so I can see Blanc.
That feeds into my point even more, because his team was hurt. It was gone. It was him.
Allen has improved.
So
as a QB,
you know who the best receiver Lamar Jackson ever played with is?
Andrew.
Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown would be the number 4 receiver on the Bills.
So I will say this, to support Nikki's argument, right? I think one thing that we haven't seen from Lamar is the passer side of him improve. That's what she's getting at.
If Lamar improved that, he'll be a force to be reckoned with.
I like Lamar, but with
Y'all know I love Lamar.
Josh Allen, I feel. But you see again, this is where you got to know Allen had better numbers in the combine than Mahomes. Allen has a stronger arm than Mahomes.
Has Allen ever led the league in touchdowns?
I don't think so.
Lamar has. Lamar has.
No, listen. This only,
I'm not saying Lamar is not a phenomenal football player. I'm not saying that. Where I'm saying is where Lamar started, he is good at what he does. Where his weakness, he has not improved in his weakness. But you can't say the same from Josh Allen. He has improved. Even if his improvement is less than what you see in Lamar has not improved in his weakness.
Let me ask Nikki.
I don't want to talk to you no more.
If Jonathan Taylor wasn't good at running the football, would he be able to lead the league in rushing yards?
No, he's good at that. We know that. But listen, okay.
So when Lamar led the league in passing touchdowns, he was what? What was he?
He was good at passing the ball.
Good at that. Okay.
You weren't gonna get me to say that, Frank. That wasn't coming out of my mouth.
Hey,
look, I'm gonna say this.
Hey, listen, I do a lot of facts. You know what I'm saying?
You see, the point that I'm not saying Lamar is. Listen, y'all, tell him how I feel about Lamar.
Listen, she'll pick Lamar over. You can have G in the field, and she's picking Lamar.
Hey, well, she playing the other side of the fence right now. We don't do both sides of the fence.
No,
I love Lamar. Listen,
I will say this: Lamar is only one of two players in NFL history, in the history of NFL, to have a unanimous MVP vote.
I love Lamar.
It's Brady.
Bro, he looked crazy. I don't know how he be going out. He looked crazy.
But Josh Allen probably ain't never received the MVP vote.
No, he has. Yeah. But my thing, going back to the question of the people not mentioning Josh Allen in this whole argument, I think people get wrapped up in the moment. And the moment is this: he went out in the divisional round to the Chiefs. The lone standing AFC quarterback at the end of the day last Sunday was Joe Burrow. Whether he won or lost the game, that's who went to the Super Bowl, and that's what they're going to compare to. Me personally, I feel it's disrespectful to not give this boy his credit when, and I don't have a problem with Mahomes, I don't, but my argument has always been and always will be, if you put Mahomes on the Jets, is Mahomes a Super Bowl winning quarterback, a Super Bowl MVP, and a league MVP in his first 4 years? He's not.
No,
he's not.
Nope.
He wouldn't even be in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because
to be honest,
he's good. Yes. But that means he would have to take a turd and turn it into gold. And no, Blanco, no offense, but that's what Joe Burrow did with the Bengals.
Right.
Stock.
I mean, yes and no, because like we all spoke about, our playmakers are there, but when nobody else is gonna be in that contention with the line that we got, you know what I mean? And
even when y'all had Marvin Lewis and y'all had Usman Zada, you had Ocho Cinco, then y'all got T.O. for a bit there, and y'all was making y'all little run, and you had Marvin Lewis as your head coach for a long time, who was the coordinator with the Ravens and won a ring.
Joe Burrow's a lot better than Andy Dalton.
That's my point. That's what I'm trying to make. That's the point I'm making. So
you don't miss Andy?
I know. I fuck with Andy. I got a lot of respect for Andy Dalton, but Joe Burrow is just a different monster.
I will say this. I think it's disrespectful not to give him his props. Now, to say that he's a better quarterback than a lot of these guys, he's only played two years and one full season.
Mm-hmm. But he did a lot.
I think facing the adversity that he's facing, I'm talking about Burrow. I think, in my opinion, it makes him way better than Allen, and I'm gonna stand up for that. Allen has the weapons. He had the opportunity. Yeah. My dude, you had the opportunity 3 years in a row. Mm-hmm. Oh, buddy, he busts his knee, he comes back and takes his whole team to the damn Super Bowl. Damn near wins it. So I'm sorry, Allen, you have to take the back seat to that one.
And you got
I kind of think that I hate to compare Joe Burrow to Tom Brady, but whatever. It's kind of like that deal.
Oh, wait, look at Frank. Frank ready. Frank ready.
that deal where if you look at Tom Brady versus the other quarterbacks that was around when he was playing, if you ask who threw the furthest, you wouldn't say Tom Brady. Who could run the best? They wouldn't say Tom Brady. Who was the most accurate? They wouldn't say Tom Brady. Who was the best? Whatever. They wouldn't have said Tom Brady for a lot of answers. But when you ask, all right, well, who's gonna go out there and win the game? Who's the best quarterback for that? Tom Brady. You know what I mean? That's
We
kind
know
of
Tom Brady back in the day wasn't running the best because
Listen,
was chunk.
and here's what I would say. I'm not mad at the comparison because I like Joe Shiesty. I'm not mad at him. His development is dope. The difference is, I think if y'all would have had the defense that the Patriots had in 2001 with the offensive line that the Patriots had for Brady's first 5 or 6 years, y'all would have won that game. Because remember, Brady's commercials, he used to do American Express commercials for identity protection with his O-line at the dinner table. You know what I'm saying? As protecting him from fraud. So when you say that,
we would have easily won if we had that.
Yeah, exactly. If so, I will say this. I'm not mad at the comparison. Because you know what? For Joe Burrow to be compared to Brady, which is not the first time I heard it, other people have said it, it's a milestone for him. You know what I'm saying? And it's if he can develop into that, bro, he can win about 2 or 3 more rings. I'm not saying 7, but he can sure as hell win 2 or 3.
He got to win one first.
Exactly. So, but my thing is this. I agree with June. What he had to overcome to get where he's at. Yes, you guys lost the Super Bowl, but it was a win for your team. And if y'all can carry that over into the following season, knowing that Pittsburgh ain't Pittsburgh no more, knowing the Ravens is suspect, knowing that the Browns, okay, we know the Chiefs could lose. But we already know Mahomes ain't the same in second halves. I don't call the stat. I've been saying this motherfucker fraud for a long time, and nobody listen to me. But okay, it is what it is. The Bills, we say it. Your man Allen had twice now. You got him weapons. He crumbled with a good defense.
He did not crumble. Stop making it seem that the game that they lost was a battle to the end. It's just they lost the toss. That was it. Don't make it seem like that motherfucker laid down and got millibucks.
Frank, don't do that. Frank, don't do that because you were saying. Frank, don't do that. Frank,
that's not the case.
Frank, don't do that because you were saying what Nikki was saying when they lost to the
Chiefs don't do that.
Weeks ago.
But regardless, the last 2-3 minutes it was touchdown. Don't do that. Don't make it seem like they crumbled.
So it's not fair to say the defense didn't crumble.
No, the defense did, but you said Josh Allen crumbled.
I'm retracting that. He played. His defense didn't come through.
Thank you.
The defense.
Because what's your favorite argument? What's your favorite argument to say? The Giants didn't beat Tom Brady. The Giants beat the defense. So you got to say the same thing. So don't say that. Don't say that Josh Allen crumbled the defense.
So he beat the defense crumbled, right? But you gave him the weapons you had. Right, so he's still suspect, and we don't know what's going to happen next year. We don't. The Patriots ain't ready to make that run because Mac Jones still developing. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Bengals are in a very good position, and we're not even talking about the Chargers, the Raiders, or anybody else. In my opinion, as a football person that watches it, if you guys go out and strengthen your O-line,
and
that's right, and you can enhance your defense in the backfield. Man, y'all be careful.
And that's why I agree with you that, I mean, you know, there's no such thing really in football as moral victories, but you kind of can take a victory out of it all knowing that we built something that now people are going to want to join. So we'll be able to get some free agents. We already got people talking about they want to come play with Joe Burrow and protect him. So, and all we need sign 2 free agent linemen, draft another one, and bada bang, bada boom.
Hey, real quick before we go on next June, Darius Slay's brother is an AOAN and AIMD on board the GW.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I don't want to put this out there, but Darius Slay's cousin is at NRD Jacksonville.
Look at that. Look. Hey.
I'm not going to say her name. I ain't trying to put her out there.
What's the next topic?
Hey, well, tell her to tell him to go to Cincinnati.
June,
I tried getting tickets already. Didn't work.
I'm gonna get his brother. Hey, would you mind coming on the podcast? Bree, next topic. Let's go.
So yeah, next topic because when we record again,
Oh yeah, y'all.
I got
All right.
Blanco.
Somebody, let me
All
get a
right,
who,
bro.
who they.
You want a
Huh?
who?
Let me get a who they.
Go ahead, Nikki. Do the who they.
Who they? Who they?
Hey,
Listen,
my
they
nigga,
were mad at me on Sunday.
I don't know if I can say that word on here. My bad. My dog Nikki.
Yeah. Who they?
Who
Here's
they?
my
Hey, I'll
mistake.
be cool. Thanks for having me again.
Bye,
All
Blanco.
right. Thanks for
All right, bro.
coming.
Be safe.
All right, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Got next.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
ignorant
next
to who
because you was kind of made me a little bit of mad, Frank, but I'm just gonna let you have it because I just know Joe Burrow's stats in the postseason in just 2 games is a lot better than the quarterbacks who played all 4 games in the postseason. But we're gonna get into that in 2 weeks.
Allen's
Because,
2 games.
yeah, Josh Allen's 2 games stats are better than the 2 quarterbacks that played the Super Bowl. So
None that.
we're gonna
So this is what
get into that in 2 weeks.
you're right. You're right, Brie.
We're gonna get into that in 2 weeks. We got more time in 2 weeks to get into that because
For real.
Frank is a little disrespectful. So next we're going to talk about the Kyler Murray scandal. So about a week and a half ago, Kyler Murray, right after the Pro Bowl, actually, Kyler Murray deleted every picture of him in a Arizona Cardinals jersey, game, absolutely everything. Everyone was like, what's going on? There's some tension going on. And the Arizona Cardinals clapped back by archiving or hiding every single picture on their Instagram of Kyler Murray. So there is some tension going on in Arizona organization. And Kyler Murray did post a Instagram post. I'm going to read it in a second because it's like, I should pop you in the head. But the odd vibe between the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray is indeed alarming. Murray is described as self-centered, immature, finger pointer per sources. Everything that June said about Kyler, basically. Murray is frustrated with the franchise and was embarrassed by the playoff loss to the Rams and thinks that he's been framed as the scapegoat. Where is this headed? The Cardinals expect things to calm down with Murray as their QB. Select veterans hope to reach Murray on how long he handled adversity better. They also is self-scouting where he can provide better alternatives for quarterbacks. So Kyler Murray had made an Instagram post and he posted himself in his Arizona jersey at a game. I want to say it was the wild card game. And he says, I play this game for the love of it. My teammates, everyone who has helped me get to this position that believed in me and to win championships. All of this nonsense is not what I'm about. Never have been, never will be. Anyone who has ever stepped between those lines with me knows how hard I go. Love me or hate me, but I'm going to continue to grow and get better. So you're saying like you're not for none of this nonsense and you're not about it and stuff, but you are if you would have never, took Arizona Cardinals out your bio, deleted all your pictures in your Arizona, all that stuff, but then we knew it was an issue. Not saying that you can't clean your Instagram because a lot of people do that, clean their Instagram up and everything. But it became a bigger issue or some people knew something was going on when the Cardinals then deleted all of their pictures of you off of their Instagram. So you can't say you're not for none of this nonsense when you started the nonsense. No one would have been talking if you didn't do what you do for the Cardinals to respond how they responded.
So I'm going to say this, right? So I agree with you and disagree with you because, it's hard for us to render our thoughts when all we know or see are surface. You get what I'm saying, right? There's clearly something going on. You know what I mean? That we don't have the full story. So for him to say he's not about the foolishness in a couple of months, weeks, days, he does that. There's something that is going on. Now, I would agree with you if the organization didn't come back and do it too, because I think with the organization come back and do it, that's, to me, more pettier than him doing it as just a player.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So it has to be more to the story than we know for it to end the way it has. You know, I do agree with not wanting to be the name being called for, or the blame being pointed at him because of where the team is. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's more to the story than we know. Right now, all we see is, oh, you took pictures off. Oh, you took this, you archived this. It has to be more to the story. And I think if we had more to the story, we can make more better comment. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Also, attitude
Or judgment.
But you can also make judgment because solely his very first game of the season, they lost. And his response to losing is, I should have just stuck with baseball. Like, that right there is ungrateful.
What first? Because the Cardinals was the only team that, no, they didn't lose their very first game. Because they were the only team.
His first game. He was in the 2019 draft. His first game.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this season.
Girl. No, not this season. But it's like, that's the impression, and that right there is the reason why June was like, yeah, F this guy. Like, you know, that's when June was like, I'm not a Kyler Murray fan, because that's, you expect to go into your first, like, yeah, for granted everyone wants to win, but that's not something you say like, oh, you just had your first loss in the NFL, the very, very first game of the season, and I should just.
He's young too. Like, that's, people have said worse. They've said and done worse. And do I think that was a costly comment, unnecessary comment? Yes. But he's a baby. He knows no better. Since then, look what he has done. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I just think it's more to it. And then a lot of times, you think of it like, damn, I was better here and I picked this. Maybe I should have went where it probably, this talent was a lot more easier. I don't know. I think it's more to a story. I know a lot of times stuff come out and then, we make, we give our thoughts. And then when we hear a little bit more of the story, we're like, oh, wow. My thoughts has changed now because of this, and that. I think it definitely has to be more to the story, because for the organization to do what they did too, I don't know. That to me speaks more volume than him taking it down on his own, just on his page. I don't know.
But I don't know. I think I'm not gonna go too crazy on this comment, but I think it just proves the fact that I already thought he was an immature quarterback. And I just didn't like his style of, the way that he handles himself during these losses, with the lack of sportsmanship 9 times out of 10. It happened a couple of times this year too. And this just proves, like, even though I may not, like him as a quarterback, that's just me. I expected just a little bit better from a professional, because at this point in your career, the young stage in your career, I don't know, sometimes you just want to fall back. Look at Joe Burrow, buddy. Take some notes. You know what I'm saying? Be better, man. He has the skill set to be very dominant. He just got to fix his character a little bit.
Fair.
I think he's immature. I think that you got to grow up. I think that part of your losses came at your expense. You're short. Let's just be honest. You're trying to throw a ball over linemen that are 6'6", 6'4", 6'3", and all you got to do is put their hands up and they blocking you. You've been playing the league long enough to know they went and got you DeAndre Hopkins, even though he wasn't there, so you can't say that. They got you AJ Green though. You got Kirk Cousins out there, not Kirk Cousins.
Hurts.
No, Hurts. Not Hurts. Was
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk. That's where you go.
Zach Ertz.
You got to take responsibility somehow. Yeah, Chase Edmonds. You're a scrambling quarterback that can throw the ball. I feel that he didn't show up when needed to. It wasn't the team. He didn't play like he should have. And now you want to take stuff off because you don't want to be to blame. Bro, you're a quarterback. You don't want to be held accountable for something. Be a running back, be a wide receiver, be a tight end. but you're the face of a franchise. You're a quarterback. Quarterbacks are always the face of a franchise. Like we said earlier in our heated debate, Eli beat Brady. You know what I'm saying? Matthew beat Burrows. It ain't never the truth on it. It's always going to be the quarterback's the face, right? Because that's who's there. That's who gets paid the most money. That's who makes it. That to them, that's the brains of the operation is the quarterback. Grow up, bro. I really don't have much to say on it. Just grow up.
To me, I think I think he's going to leave football in like a couple of years. That's just my opinion. I think he's going to switch over to baseball, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think he might leave in like 2 or 3 years, and then because if he keeps it up, it's going to get worse and worse, and then he's going to leave. So that's how I see it.
And I agree. I mean, if I was a coach or owner, I don't know about you guys, but I want to do well with these threats. There's a lot of people in the damn nation and in the world that would die to be in the situation that you're in. Some people just take it for granted. Goodbye. Go play baseball. Go swing it back. Go make millions over there.
You can't say that because if you had Aaron, they don't want to say goodbye to him, and that motherfucker is acting stupid. I
would do the same thing.
Oh.
Don't threaten me with you leaving, because I mean you're kind of just saying that you got me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm leaving. What you gonna do about it? What would you do if somebody threatened you and your team that you run?
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just saying that, No,
I'm saying, what would you do though? Would you?
I'll tell you what I would do. The Cardinals, you want to threaten me? Here you go. Go to Green Bay. Give me Aaron. Go to Seahawks. Go to Seattle and give me Russell. Matter of fact, cut you. Take the loss on the money I'm gonna pay you. Give me Deshaun Watson. We it's not like there's a shortage of quarterbacks out there. There's people.
That's not the threat.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, come over here. I'm gonna take care of you, baby. We got a good defense. We got good wide receivers. We got a good run game.
I feel like, especially like, he's only been playing two years, almost 3 years. Like, you shouldn't, like, you're still on your rookie contract. Like, you shouldn't be this entitled this early.
I don't know. I don't see him as being entitled. I do. I don't know. I think it's more to the story.
He hasn't won MVP. He hasn't won no championship game. He is entitled. Bro, you couldn't pass the freaking ball. They would ban your stuff down. Hey, get out of here. No, not in my house. It's like me playing a basketball with Lele. You know what I'm saying? She tried to throw the ball and block and everything. Get out of here.
Wait, no, because Kyler and Lele are like the same size too.
I'm just being, look. Tim Tebow didn't have big hands. He wasn't the biggest quarterback and took that team to a playoff and won one game. He believed in his position. That's why he never swapped out until it was too late. And then the Jags tried to use him as a gimmick to bring ticket sales up. No, you are a quarterback that's undersized. Let's just be honest. Testaverde was undersized. Mm-hmm. You either shut up and play. If you feel you're gonna be better at baseball, they make way more money than football players. They don't
get as hurt as a football player. They don't get hurt
unless they slide or something happens crazy. And guess what, man? Your longevity is gonna be there. So go over there, bro. Go over there. And guess what? You get more than one try to win a game in the playoffs. It ain't one and done. So next, Bree, let's go.
We're gonna make this quick. Okay. So the 2022 NFL draft order. Okay. First pick got Jags, Lions, Texans, Jets, the Giants, the Panthers, the Giants again from the Bears, the Falcons, the Broncos, the Jets again from the Seahawks. You have the Washington Commanders. You have the Vikings, the Browns, the Ravens, the Eagles from the Dolphins, the Eagles again from the Colts, the Chargers, the Saints, the Eagles, the Steelers, the Patriots, the Raiders, Cardinals, Cowboys, Bills, Tennessee, the Bucks, Green Bay, the Dolphins again from the 49ers, Kansas City, the Bengals, and then the last pick in the first round is the Lions again from the Rams.
Hey, don't the Eagles got like 8,000 picks this week, this draft?
And round 2,
8,001.
8,001.
They have I think they have 4 in round 2, but I'm not 100% positive. It's either 3 or 4 in round 2. But yes, the Eagles are picking like 50 people.
But that tells you
52.
they're going to win the NFC East and not the Giants. That's what I'm saying.
Whoa, you said that because Ben's on here.
I guarantee you, if we had a quarterback next
do
year,
all that and still fall
we definitely win
second.
it. So
Hey, y'all sticking with Danny Dimes. Y'all not going after nobody. Y'all going to stick with
Yeah,
Danny.
yeah.
Oh,
They said
no. We get Mitch. We get Mitch.
Your owner said that they are
But that's
sticking
him.
with
I'm not him. I'm not him. So we're gonna
You don't
sign
own
Mitch and then we're gonna be good. So.
Ben said I picked
Okay.
who's starting. Ben said I picked who's starting.
Hey,
Okay.
for my team, I just hope they go out and probably get a good wide receiver one.
Yeah, that was the next thing. I was gonna ask each person, what is the one thing
there
that
with
you hope you're
I'm
that
there
you're
with you. I'm there with you already. Look.
what are you looking for your so June has 3, you could say 3 positions that he hopes his team picks because he got 3 drafts in the first round. So June, what 3 do you hope to see from the first round of your team picking?
That's a crazy question, right? Because
The
there's a
Eagles
lot
are
of
perfect.
speculation.
They don't need that. They don't need that. The Eagles are perfect.
I mean that too. But no. The reason I say I'm kind of just sitting here just thinking about things because now the 3 picks may become three, part of a trade. And where am I going with this? Is I'm pretty sure you guys read.
Yes.
I mean, Russell Wilson is going to be out there.
Oh, brother,
everything.
not this.
If everything goes wayside with on a positive note with Deshaun Watson, he's going to be out there. So I mean, I think we have the salary space and we also have the picks to make these trades, and not to mention, my phone freeze. And not to mention, we have Jalen to throw out there as a part of the package. Now, that's all I'm gonna say about the Eagles. Now, if it has to be the picks, I think maybe another corner, another receiver, and another tight end, in my opinion. Or the O-line isn't too bad because I think they're trying to negotiate Cox as well. Now, I don't know. We might just give all 3 picks to the Giants because we feel really bad for them. I don't know.
Okay. I said, all right. We see because
All
next year
right.
we're gonna be better than y'all. So
Ben,
Right.
what do you hope with the 5th pick in the first round? What position do you hope you guys draft?
I mean, well, it's already out there that we try to get Kayvon. So if Kayvon's there, we're gonna draft him. So that's with the 5th pick. On the 7th pick, we might try to trade that to a team that needs a quarterback. So like the Steelers or I don't know the Commanders. I don't know why they chose that name or any other team. So I think that's what we're gonna do with the 7th pick.
Mm-hmm. Nikki, with the first round pick or the first pick in the first round, what do you hope to get?
Lineman, man. Our line need to get life. But they're gonna pick somebody on defense. Watch. But I want a lineman. I need a lineman. I need a wide receiver. I need somebody on the offensive side of the damn ball.
You already got a head coach. What more do you want from us?
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
So for me, the defense, knowing Belichick, I would go defense. I would start getting more speed at defense. I felt that one of our weaknesses was that we couldn't contain mobile quarterbacks like Josh Allen because our defensive linemen and our linebackers were older. Hightower, Vanoy, and all those guys. So I think Belichick's going to go in there and do what he does best. He doesn't draft offensive players best, but he can get you some defensive players or tight ends. But I would go defense to create a stronger defense. Josh Allen needs a defense. He doesn't need another. I think a wide.
You mean Mac Jones?
Yeah, he meant Mac and cheese.
Sorry, Mac Jones.
It's all right. We know you like Josh Allen.
No, I ain't got a problem with Josh Allen, but I think Mac Cheese needs a defense. If we're gonna replicate what they did with Brady his first, 5 or 6 years in the league, then you got to go strong defense, and you got to create because you got to combat what you're facing, and what you're facing is mobile quarterbacks in Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and even Burrows. When Burrows wants to scramble, he can scramble out the pocket. So, and
I was gonna make a joke and said y'all need to hire Justin Jefferson, or pick up Justin Jefferson to teach Mac Jones how to gritty better.
You said Brady. You said Brady as a quarterbacks coach for the Patriots.
No. Brady.
Listen,
What if that
Man,
happens?
fit the gritty just fine to me. Shoot, I say get
No,
him.
because he do it. So you could tell that you could tell that Justin Jefferson taught him, right? Because they was doing it during the Pro Bowl. But he got the same form as Kirk Cousins, because when Justin Jefferson taught Kirk Cousins last season, and he did it after he rushed that touchdown in, and he was arching his back too much. I lost it. For us, you already know, QB, I need a new number 7. I need a new big baby.
But why not go after a veteran quarterback? Like,
so Mike Tomlin said, I don't want a rookie. I want a veteran quarterback.
okay.
But then again, you have Mike Tomlin and you have our GM going to the senior night or the Senior Bowl and scouting nothing but quarterbacks. So I think there is some talks in there about, I honestly believe that we're saying goodbye to Mason. Like, peace out, get the fuck out of here to Mason. He's looking. He is. He's going to colleges. He's talking with people, and he's scouting nothing but quarterbacks right now. He's looking for them. So he might have a change of heart. I say we get Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson says he wants to play for a black head coach. Point big, period.
That's scary. I get Deshaun Watson, and if he's even 80% of what he was when he was playing, with Claypool, with Juju, with your man Najee running the ball.
All right,
I heard he might go to the Bucks. So
who?
Deshaun, because I read something today that they might be interested in Kirk Cousins on Watson.
Hell no! Don't go Kirk. Even in Minnesota.
So some of the big salary caps that I do want to talk about. So you have with the highest cap room is the Dolphins with $64.67 million. And then you have the Chargers with $57.53 million. The Jacksonville Jaguars, $56.10 million. The Bengals have $55.81 million. The Jets, $44.73 million. And then you have some solid footing caps, which you have the Broncos with $39.19 million, the Colts with $37.18 million, the Seahawks with $37 million, Steelers with $32.7 million, and the Washington Commanders with $30 million. And the teams and salary cap hell.
Washington Commanders. Can't get used to it.
Salary cap hell. You got the Saints at negative $76.16 million. The Green Bay Packers at negative $48.45 million. The Cowboys at negative $21.16 million. Vikings at negative $14.2 million. And the Giants at negative $10.35 million.
Them Saints.
We're going to get that fixed. So I'm not worried about that.
Your team is negative, Ben? Wait a minute. You got to slow down, bro.
We're going to get that fixed. We're going to cut some players and we're going to let them go. So we're going to get that fixed. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I'd rather be negative 10 million than negative 76 million like the Saints.
Right, them Saints, they not marching in nowhere. They're not marching in nowhere. We're fine. We right where we want to be.
The teams that I didn't say, I'll say the Patriots and the Eagles, since they weren't on that list. I have the other one with the full list. So you have, let me find the Patriots and the Eagles. So you have the Eagles have $20.93 million. And New England has $7.32 million in salary.
Oh Lord, they ain't shit either.
Nah, but the thing about the Patriots that they have on their side is the coaching. So a lot of players, they looking at the fact that the division is still not that strong. And if you could just break even with the Eagles and sweep everybody, the the Bills and sweep everybody else, you have a chance to win the division. So, I mean, I'm not too worried about the salary cap for us because we have a quarterback. That's the biggest thing that you got to worry about. The for teams like these teams are in a negative. How you plan on keeping some of your players when you can't afford to pay them?
The Saints.
Yeah, you take Alvin Kamara. Your best bet is probably dump him off because he's about to go to jail anyways. So you
and the Cowboys with Zeke too.
You said what?
And the Cowboys with Zeke too, because he got that 21 million, I think cap or whatever next year.
I'm telling it's gonna be interesting to see what happens this upcoming off season with these teams. A lot of it, not for nothing. The Bengals showed two things happened this season. The Rams showed if you sell out for a super team, it could win in your favor. And the other thing is the Bengals showed that with a mediocre team with the right thing, you can probably win a championship. So we'll see what happens.
The NFL Combine starts March 1st and it ends on March 7th. And so far, over almost 400 college players have been invited to the NFL Combine. So I'm looking forward to watching it.
Let me ask you a question. You think the Combine's overrated?
No.
No.
I say no because I watch college football, so I look forward, especially the ACC side. I really don't pay too much attention to the SEC, but the ACC side, I look forward to seeing players from Florida State, from Clemson, from Louisville, like all the different players. Georgia has the most with 14 players invited to the Combine, and then you have Alabama and Michigan tied with 11 players invited. Florida State has 4 players invited to the Combine, so I look forward to it. I like seeing what these college players bring. I think last Combine was pretty good, especially because you had Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence going neck and neck. And to me, remember we talked about this on the off season. Actually, last year, Frank, while watching a Combine, Justin Fields looked 10 times more phenomenal. Remember, you're like, do we think that Justin Fields will now be the first round pick over Trevor Lawrence because of his numbers at the Combine and what he brought to the Combine? So I look forward to the competitiveness of all the different players and everything. I like the Combine, in my opinion.
About Trevor, like I ain't even worried about it. I know I'm getting picked first round.
I don't know. Some players don't even play certain events on the Combine. You know what I'm saying? So
no. That 40-yard dash, I think, is the most iconic event.
I think it's good for those players that, you know what I'm saying, that they're not even being scouted, so to speak.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
you know, they show some type of life. That's the only thing I think is good for them.
I think linebackers, I think the Combine is the most important for linebackers when it comes to showing off like what they do. Some motherfuckers, some big 20-year-olds, some boys is big.
Yeah. I don't know what they're eating. Like full-size horses. God knows.
a lot of chicken.
And last but not least, we are going to play NFL trivia. Okay. So now that we don't have any games to go over for predictions, we're going to start playing little podcast games and everything. We played Guess the NFL Baby a couple of weeks ago. I got some good NFL trivia questions. They're not too hard. And I'm going to do multiple choice as well.
You give us homework so I can study and then you could just
No, there's no, you don't have to have homework. And I'm gonna keep score. I'm gonna keep tally, okay, on who gets it, because I'll the winner, I'll cash up you $5. I'll cash up you.
Oh wow. Ooh.
I'll cash up you 20
Big spender.
$20.
Ooh, that's that 5 and below right there.
Hey, I ain't getting paid for 8 yet, so I'll take any little
So
help.
it'll be multiple choice, but you have to say I got it. Like you have to like say me, or actually there's a hand raising button on Zoom. So the first person to raise their hand, if you click the more, it'll say raise hand, and a hand will pop up. The first person to raise their hand get to answer the question, okay? Are you guys ready for trivia? I need the background noise break. There we go. Okay, first question. What is the highest scoring game in NFL history? Is it A, 72 points in a game, B, 59 points in a game, or C, 81 points in a game?
My hands up.
Yeah, his hand's been up.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm
The answer is
gonna go with 81.
Charlie.
81.
You said 81? That is incorrect.
72.
I mean, I said 79. Yeah, 72.
The correct answer is 72. The Washington Redskins had 72 points.
He
in the
cheated.
game in 1966.
He cheated. He kept looking down, so I know he was looking it up.
Listen, I nothing. I'm not Googling anything.
Hold on, my pencil right here.
You know, it's easy when you went wrong, and then 72 is the next highest
No.
one. You go that.
What Reed needs to do is when the person that raised hand, let them answer, but then ask everybody else. And if the person that raised their hand got it right, then we move on. But if they got it wrong, you don't say nothing. Just get everybody else answer.
Okay. So we're not going to count that one. All right.
No,
There you go, Jim.
count it because I got it
There
right.
you go, Jim. No, next.
Thank you.
Because by the time he said one is wrong, you got a 50-50 chance. That's not fair. He didn't have a 50-50 chance.
It ain't my fault that I guessed
Yeah.
right.
Right,
hurt my
exactly.
All right. Who was the heaviest player to play in the NFL in 2020? Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase the question. Aaron Gibson is the heaviest player to play in the NFL in 2021. How much did he weigh? Did he weigh 355 pounds, 281 pounds, or 410 pounds? Frank, you have to like hit the hand button.
I don't know where the fucking button is.
Oh well,
Like,
go ahead,
So
Ben.
Ben hands popped up like crazy over here.
I'm gonna say the first
Ben,
one. I'm gonna say the first one.
Ben,
The first one.
Frank,
355.
Nikki,
Oh, there it goes.
400. Whatever
June.
the 400 was.
June.
I'm gonna go with 400 too.
The answer was 410 pounds.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
go. Jeez. I told y'all.
It's a big boy.
Say good job, Nikki.
Good job, Nick.
Good job, Nikki and June.
Hey, the
So
Jaguars.
Nikki and June both get a point. So I'll do that. So I'll ask for everyone's answer, and then whoever gets it right gets a point. Okay. Okay. So, the next one is, who is the highest paid player in the NFL as of 2021? Is it Tom Brady, Aaron Donald, or Patrick Mahomes? Frank,
Patrick Mahomes.
Ben,
Patrick Mahomes.
Nikki,
Aaron Donald.
June.
I'm gonna go with Aaron Donald.
Is Patrick Mahomes. So Frank
Yeah.
and Ben gets a point.
Come on, y'all.
Damn it,
Never going with
June.
Nikki
We
again.
should have said it. So we can keep
That's it.
leading.
I'm no longer in your team. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Well, you are Puerto Rican. It fits.
No, that is true.
I should have said Tom Brady.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, I know it's not Tom.
This one isn't a multiple choice question. You just have to know the answer, okay? It's an easy answer though, okay? In 2013, Chip Kelly debuted as the head coach for what team? Frank,
Eagles.
June,
The Eagles.
Nikki,
Ben, say the best team in the East.
The Bills.
Ben.
The Eagles.
Oh,
It was the Eagles. Nikki, I feel like you got that wrong on purpose.
I'm an individual. I'm not going with the man. I mean the Eagles. God
Okay.
damn, June, we could have got 2.
Too late.
Would have been leading, June. June is leading. I fucked that over.
Y'all took my first answer away.
All right, next one. Who was the only NFL team to complete a perfect season? Is it the New England Patriots? Is it the Pittsburgh Steelers? Or is it the Miami Dolphins? Nikki.
Hand up. You ain't got a hand up.
The Patriots.
June.
Mm-mm. He don't got his hand up.
No, remember I said
I'm
forward
gonna go
through.
with I'm going with the
Cincinnati Bengals.
Damn, Blanco, if you're listening to this, that was funny.
The Washington, what's their name again?
Dude, pick a team. I know.
Commanders.
I said the Dolphins.
Frank.
Dolphins.
Ben.
Dolphins.
It was the Dolphins.
It was the Commanders.
All right, next one. Next one is not, all right, now it's going to get harder. No more multiple choice. What was the New York Jets' original name? Ben.
The New Jersey Jets. I don't know.
No. Frank.
The Jets.
Nope. June.
I was gonna go with Ben's answer, so I'm gonna go with the Hets. You know, the J is silent.
Nikki.
The New York Captains.
Their original name was the New York Titans.
Okay.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah, I thought it was the New Jersey Jets.
All right, another non-multiple choice. Who was the Baltimore Ravens backup quarterback to Joe Flacco in 2011 NFL season?
Lamar Jackson.
Nikki is just saying stuff just to say it. Ben.
I'm sorry. It was Patrick Mahomes. No, you know what? It's Jackson. Jackson.
nope. I know the answer.
You know it?
I don't know that.
Oh. Okay.
Go.
Ben don't know it. June, do you know?
He's looking it up. June's looking it up.
No, I was gonna go with RG3, but I don't know if that was
Tyrod
out that far out.
It was Tyrod Taylor. That is correct.
Damn, well that's the fast lookup.
He knows.
He bought some time. That's what he did. He bought some time. Blame me.
He got a Super Bowl ring, and when I looked it up,
He deferred
was
it.
backup for the Ravens.
Oh,
Okay.
he looked it up. He
When
considered it.
What?
No, not right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Yep.
No.
No, Frank, you are eliminated.
I didn't
You're
look,
cheating.
and look it up now. What I'm saying is somebody mentioned that he was a Hampton. He went to school in Hampton Crabbers. So when I looked up Tyrod Taylor back then, it said, and I even mentioned in one of our conversations that he won a Super Bowl. He got a ring with the Ravens. So no.
Next
You're
question.
eliminated.
Okay. What team is the center of the Deflategate scandal?
Oh, come on now. I know that.
The Saints.
Ben.
The Patriots.
June.
The New England Patriots.
Right.
It's it's the Saints.
That's Bounty Gate, girl.
Okay.
Bree be coming up. She be switching the questions after I give
No.
my.
Okay. No, because I have them. I took pictures, so I'm scrolling on them.
Hurry up, Bree. I'm hungry.
Hey, y'all.
Go eat. Okay, we got 2 more questions. Okay, 2 more questions. How many kickers does an NFL team usually have?
1, 2.
Hold on, Nikki. Stop.
2.
You said 1 originally. Shut up. It's
I was counting. I said 2.
You're counting your fingers?
No, I said 2.
All right, June. You said
Okay.
two. What you got?
I got with 2.
Ben?
Frank, stop cheating. Don't look it up. Say your answer. Ben can go last.
I'm not looking anything up. It's 3.
Nah,
Wait,
nah.
Nikki. Why are you screaming?
Am I?
Bree, I say 3, Bree. I say 3.
3's wrong.
No, 3 is the correct answer.
You look it up.
Baby, suck it. Y'all don't pay attention to who does the field goals, who does the kickoff returns, who does the punt. It's 3 kickers. God, yo.
Hey.
That up.
Frank will be going first from now on.
No.
Right. That motherfucker's cheating. But you know, it's all right. You can have the raggedy ass. Look, you hurting. You ain't get paid for 8. Give him a damn $20.
Yeah, you're right. That's why.
No, but we have one more. We have one more, okay?
What's the one?
Ben, did you give your vote?
He
your
said
number?
2. He said 2.
I said, yeah, I said,
All right,
Yeah,
don't
he said-
copy.
No, he said 2. I have to scroll all the way back up. Sorry, guys. All right. How many Super Bowls have the Green Bay Packers won?
3.
Mm-mm.
Frank.
4.
I'm sorry.
June.
Frank was supposed to go first.
June. 4.
4.
Ben.
4.
I didn't get my number yet.
They copied off my
No, you said 3.
No,
No,
I
no,
didn't get my
no,
number.
I knew 4. I knew.
Now, Nikki turn. 5.
Nope, it's 4.
4.
Super
You
Bowl
just
1,
wanted to be wrong.
1 and 2.
No, 5 is my favorite number.
Favre and Rodgers. But if you count under Lombardi, they have 5. They have 3 NFL championships, 2 Super Bowls.
That's why I said 5. I knew what I was saying.
I got to tell you, I got movies on the Green Bay Packers. Like I got DVD sets. Like
5 is just my favorite number. I was just going 5 anyway.
whatever. You know you was. You don't know Kaka. Be quiet. Go ahead, Bree. Who's the winner, please?
Frank is the
Okay,
one. with
the thing
7.
is over. Bye.
Come
Let
on,
me
Bree.
say,
I want you to say I'm the winner. That's all I want you to say.
All right,
No.
bonus one. This is for Nikki, and Nikki can only answer it. Only Nikki can answer it, okay? What is the most recent year the New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl, and who did they win against? Then you can't answer it.
you said the
Nikki,
same.
yeah, what year did they win, and who did they beat?
Oh man, they just won it. Hold on.
The Saints?
2000.
Like, what is your definition of just one?
Wait, Frank.
I'm just trying to figure this out.
Let her answer first.
No, I was gonna say nothing. I was just questioning her definition of just winning,
Oh.
because that means the Eagles just won the Super Bowl. What? Fine.
2010.
Who did they beat?
That's all I got for you.
Just try. Who did they beat?
God, man.
We literally talked about this a couple of days ago.
I don't listen to half the shit y'all talk about.
Your fault.
So mean.
It was against a good quarterback. That's all.
Kayak.
I'll give you a hint. He was the head coach of this team that you wanted so badly on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I said, Nikki, why? You'd even watch him coach. Who did he coach for?
That's all I got. 2010.
The Colts.
Indianapolis Colts. Peyton Manning threw a
Peyton
pick
Manning,
to
What year was it?
2010.
It was 2010.
You wanna know why I picked 2010, y'all?
Why?
That was the year Josiah was born. That's those.
And we was in each other's lives at 2010, Nikki. That was it right there.
Look, I was in Pensacola.
See?
But yeah, I knew I should get half the points because
You get
I
half.
wasn't
You get
even
a whole half a
listen,
point.
I wasn't even watching football back then.
I give you half a point, but you still lost. Listen, who's the winner again? Frank. That's who that matters.
Frank was the winner of NFL trivia. Don't worry.
Who came second? Me.
No, Ben and
I think I
June were
did.
tied. Ben and June were tied.
Damn.
Nikki, you only have one
In the
correct
same
answer.
division.
Hey,
No, I just
y'all
had.
both in the NFC East. Y'all can't even talk shit to each other right now because y'all both tied.
And that's why I can't say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing.
But
Frank
no,
was cheating.
How am I?
He even told us he looked one up, but we just let him have it.
This is not a look up today. You would have known I was looking stuff up. I have to
You
look.
been, we called out. We called you out on it.
Oh my God, yo, get out of here. I know. Just give me credit for what I know.
All right.
happy birthday to Jerome Bettis, Big Bus Bettis, my favorite number 36 in the whole entire world. I hope you have a wonderful 50th birthday.
Awesome. Happy
Yo, America, be blessed. We'll see you when we see you, because it's not next week. I think we
next week I'll be on travel for business, so we can't do it next week. We're gonna take a week off and come back with some talking points. I'm sorry, I say talking points, some more trivia questions. Hopefully more gossip comes out in the next 2 weeks. So from me to you, I'm glad to be here, June.
Hey, again, happy to be here as always. Nikki, why do you know you breastfeeding over there?
Ain't breastfeeding nothing.
Nah, I mean she put the blanket. I didn't know she had a baby there or something.
It's
But
cold.
hey, shout out to Troy Reader. You guys know who that is? He's actually the starting linebacker for the Rams. My main man, 300 grand, is from this school right here, from my hometown, Wilmington, Delaware. You know, getting that ring. So shout out to him.
Ben.
Oh, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Ben, you got anything you want to say?
Thank you guys for allowing me to come on talk about sports. This is my favorite day to talk about, and I appreciate the content every week because this is one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. So thank you guys for inviting me to come on.
Problem, Nick. I said Nikki Bree.
It's always a pleasure doing this with you guys. Can't wait to come back in 2 weeks. More topics. We'll get more into the NFL draft, the NFL combine, and I will look forward to harder NFL trivia questions with harder rules. So make sure you drink your water. Everyone stay safe and have a blessed off season.
Can we do a quick like adjustment? Like when you ask the questions, we gotta put our hands up like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could.